Hello, Flooring Pros. It's Jerry Levinson here again, and I wanted to go over another sales strategy that I think you'll love. This has to do with the most common question that we all get: how much do you charge? We get that over the phone. We get that when they come into the showroom. They want to know how much we charge for carpet, and they'll ask generically like that, right? And most of us handle that wrong. So I've heard a lot of responses to that, and it's usually, well, first off, what happens is the salesperson gets very frustrated. It's like, oh man, this is nothing more than a price shopper. They're probably calling all over town just trying to get prices. And so you're automatically put in the defensive, when in reality, the customer asks that question because they don't know what else to ask. So it's just a natural question for somebody to ask: how much is this going to cost? Even though they haven't given you any information whatsoever. So I'm going to tell you a couple of the wrong ways that it's being handled. First off, it's being handled by giving options. Well, it depends on what you're doing. That's one of the most frustrating thing for me to hear when a salesperson says, it depends, and they start telling the customer all the things that depends in order to get that price or to get that result. So it depends on, are you moving out, or what kind of carpet do you want? Do you have furniture to move? It depends on blah, 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 blah. Why do you say it depends? Why not ask? You know? So tell me about your project. It's the number one way to handle that question. Just simply ask them, what are you working on right now? Tell me about your project. And usually the response is you find out what they got going on. Well, I need the carpet done in my living room and a couple of the kids' bedrooms. Okay, great. Are you moving, or do you plan on living in this house? That's, again, we got to get this information from the customers before we can give them a good answer. And then you can base your answer based on the answer to your questions. One of my favorite sayings is, it's better to understand than to be understood. The more you can understand about the customer, why they're buying from you at this time, how soon do they want it in, what their situation is, then you can match the product to the customer and the experience to the customer as well, because you probably have options for different scenarios. But don't just lay those scenarios out without asking the customer about their situation. This is a good tool to train your salespeople on, and make sure they're prepared, because if they're not prepared to answer this question, practice it. They're going to get that question all the time. Over the phone, they're going to walk in. I guarantee you, every one of my people know how to answer this right, because we've trained on it. We've gone over and over and over it again. And salespeople are like that. You have to train over and over again. You can't just do it one time and they're going to get it for the rest of their life. Okay? Keep training them how to answer those questions. When you get a question that jams them up, let's talk about it during your weekly meeting and discuss better ways to handle it. So, for this one, how much do you charge? Well, tell me about your project. All right? Stay tuned tomorrow for another great sales strategy that's going to hopefully close you at a higher rate for more money. Talk to you later.